So in this presentation, I would like to show you how to use links, that is hyperlinks, and action button. So there is something known as links over here. So you can see the shapes that I have included. It's an index slide that I have considered. So this should let me take, to the slide which I want, to the section that I want. So I guess you remember how to create sections that we did in the previous classes. So to break into those sections, and I want to navigate to those sections automatically just by clicking on these shapes that are available to me. See, either you can link to a text like this or even a shape that I have given. So I have used shapes to make the slide look a little attractive. So you have to select the shape that you have, right click, you get to see link over here. Click on it, it will show you a window. So you have so many options over here. Existing file or web page. See, this link can be used for providing a link to a web page, a document that is there within your system, or also create a new document. You want to link to an email address. So you have so many things over here. So I'll say place within this document. And you get to see all the slides that are there in this presentation. So what should happen when I click on this? So you also have few hacks like this. First slide, last slide, next and previous. You could also be using this for the shapes that you include. Now, when I click on this button that I have selected, that is Samsung, I want it to go to the Samsung slide. And I'll say, okay. You could also give a screen tip over here. See, text to display. What text has to be displayed? I'll choose the screen tip and I'll say go to Samsung and I'll click OK. Another OK. So now let's say I'll click on this. See, you can also see the link over there. Control click to follow the link or just click on it. See, this will function fully when you are using the slideshow view. So let me show you that. So when you hover this mouse on the button, it will show you go to Samsung. Now when I click on it, it will take me to the Samsung slide automatically. This is one instance. I'll show you how to, let's say I have used a email ID over here or a website. I'll show you for both of these. I'll insert a text box right below this. And over here, I'll give our website address, let's say www.solutions.com. So this is our website address, and I would also like to give our email address. So you can see it turned to a link automatically. Whenever you give a web address, this works. You can also use it for an email ID as well. So just like this. See, this did not turn into a hyperlink automatically. So I'll select this text, right click. You can choose link here and you can choose this email address. Select this. You have to provide the email address again. Mail to inquiry @itascience.com. And I'll just change the text to be displayed. So what text you want to display? So contact us, let's say I want to display this. See, the text changed to contact us and it is a link to the mail ID that I provided. So you can use this links for these purpose as well. And suppose I want to open some other file from this particular section. So let's say I'll go to Samsung. I'll go to this slide. So over here, I want to give the product guide or something like that. I'll just say I don't have one, but I'll just try linking it to some other file that I have in my system. Just right click and you say link. See, you can choose existing file or web page. I'll choose this. See, you can choose from the files over here. You can browse for them, or you could also give a link to a web page as well. Let's say I'll just give this file's address over here. So this is considered. I'll click OK. So now when you click on this will take you to that particular file that we have. So I have selected the same file that we are using. So it is opening the same thing. But make sure when you are sharing the files to someone else or even before you present it to someone, please check all the links are working. So it doesn't look good when you're at the time of presenting. If the links don't work, it looks bad. So you better check whether the links are working fine even before the presenting. So to check that, just right click on the link that you are given. You have open link here. It also lets you remove the link as well, and copy link, edit link. So you have all the options to deal with the links that you have already provided. So this applies to the shapes also. Whatever links we gave to those shapes, even over there it works. See these things. Now let me give link to all of these shapes. See, if you have given a list of contents of your slides, or you could also use shapes like this, you have to go individually and assign links to it until you complete all of them. Oh, I want this to take to the slide. And say, okay, you will also get a slide preview. What will be shown to you? So, okay, again this one. I'll select this and say okay. So next thing, see, it does take me to a particular slide, but from here I want to return to that index sheet. So even for that we have to give the buttons. Yes. So for that, what we can do is, so we have something known as action buttons in this PowerPoint. So you go to insert. So just like you insert any other shape, you also have these action buttons. So they are very good at communicating what they have to do, and you get to see that in the end of this shapes drop down. You can see here. So this is for previous slide, next slide, first and last slide, home button. So you have so many things here. You can choose to display them. You can play videos. So I'm sorry, audios. So you have so many things over here. Now let me choose home button. Okay. And I want to place it in the slide master because it saves my time in placing this particular uh, shape on all the slides. So I'll go here, insert. I'll again choose the shape that I want. I'll choose home button. I'll place it right on top of this. So I've placed it on the left hand side, and you can customize its look. So first of all, as soon as give this action button, it will tell you what has to be done. Hyperlink to, so which slide, last slide, first slide, or how is it like? So when I have given this, I should say it should be for the index slide. So I'll choose this. I don't want it to come to our title slide. So I want this to be linked to index slide. I'll say okay. So how do you want it to work? Action on mouse over or whenever we click, or you can also play a sound even before the button is clicked. That's your wish completely. And say okay. So you can see some of the slides you don't see, or most of the slides we are not seeing that shape. I'll just remove the background. The problem with this template is this doesn't work well. You can check with other templates and let me know. But if you are placing it in the slide master, it has to appear everywhere. That's the reason we gave this. So let me cut it. I'll insert it again. Let's say this time I'll give it over here. No, it's not appearing. So you can place the shape in every slide. So it works in slide master view. You just try with the other templates. It should work that way. So whatever you place here, and you can also change the way it looks. So it's just like formatting any other shape you have. Now I want this to look native to the slide that I am using. So I'll just use some orange background to this, only the outline part. I'll also do this for the other slides. Let's say this is use ply 5, 7, and 9. Cut this, I'll put it here. So you can check which slides are being used. So this one also, I'll give that here. Go here and give the shape again. So I'll place it here. I want it to be linked to the index slide. So select this and say OK. And I want it to look like this. So yes, after we are done with this, close the slide master view. So you can see even in the index sheet it is appearing. Anyways, just go in. I'll click on Nokia here. It will take me to this slide. The next slide. See? Let me add it right here, guys. I don't know why it's working. So now if I click on it, it'll take me to the index slide. So that's the use of this actually. You check and let me know. So this was all about it, to show you how to use the hyperlinks and these things. It works really, I mean, it looks really good to navigate back to the index sheet from the slide that we are in. Okay. So any doubts in this part?
No, Vidya, fine.
Okay. So you can also see that. So it lets you take you to this particular slide. You can also use the other, action buttons to get back to, index slide. For navigation purpose, it's really good. The action buttons that we have in this shape options. So in the drop down, you get to see them here in the end. And you don't have to rely on it. It works for any shape as well. So you don't have to always choose that. This was anyways predefined. I showed you with this. Else you can also use other shapes to do the same. So any shape works like this. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm done with it. Do you have any other doubts regarding this?
No, Vijay, it's fine for me.
Jeevan, Reshika. Okay. Okay, then, guys, we'll stop the session here. That's all I wanted to tell you.
Yeah, do
Bye.
you have 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure. Tell me.
The yesterday you told showed me the scenario part of it, right? In GoTo, when we create different scenarios, I couldn't get the hang of it. I don't know what value has to be added. I mean to say, when you create the table, na, when you give a different values to it, say 50, 60, 70.
Uh, just 1 minute ago. I'll stop recording this session.